For our first devotional thought today, I want us to come back to the book of Genesis where we're reading. And I want us to learn a principle of success. Now, the story I'm going to read you doesn't look like it's a principle of success, but it really is. You can learn some tremendous positive lessons from negative situations and negative stories. And this is one of them. I want you to notice 3 ingredients of success. The first ingredient is a common language and common words. We're talking about the Tower of Babel situation. Genesis 11, verse 1. At one time, all the people of the world spoke the same language and used the same words. And you say, Pastor, why would that happen? Well, remember, they all descended from Noah. Everybody came from one family after the flood. So, of course, everybody spoke the same language and used the same words. Everybody came from that family of Noah. So it's not just that their language was the same, but even how they used words and what words meant. Remember the illustration I gave you the other day? You not only need to know the word, but you need to know the culture. You need to know what the words mean to those people. Well, they spoke the same language and the same words. They knew exactly what each other meant. Verse 6, look, God said, the people are united and they all speak the same language. After this, nothing they set out to do will be impossible for them. A common language with common words is important to success. When people live with a confusion of languages, it's very hard for people to work together. And even if they speak the same language, but they use words differently, it's very hard for people to work together. Now, please, I'm going to say something really ugly here for a minute, so don't get mad at me, but just learn the truth. One of the greatest hindrances to success for our nation as the Filipino people is we have 80-something languages. And, most people speak 2 or 3. And English is kind of the lingua franca, and it has given us a global position for global work and global business, and that's all great. But we need one common language. And never in our history has someone had the political will to try and make one common language for our people. Now, I know, well, Pastor, there's Filipino. No, Filipino is basically Tagalog. And the Cebuanos and the Ilocanos will be very happy to tell you that when you try to speak to them in Filipino in Cebu. They'll answer you back in English because they don't recognize it as a national language. Now, beloved, if there was ever one thing I could ask our governmental leaders to do, it would be, can we have one common language as a people where we all understand exactly what every word means when we say it to each other? Our ability to succeed would be unprecedented after that. We are a rich nation. We are an intelligent, hardworking people. We just need that common language. The second principle of success is unity. They were united in vision, both of what to do and why to do it. Now, there's the negative. What to do? They said in verse 4, come, let us build a great city for ourselves with a tower that reaches to the sky. Okay, they were united in a vision. But secondly, they were united in a wrong motive. This was their motive, verse 4. This will make us famous and keep us from being scattered all over the world. But God wanted them to be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. So they had a motive that was contrary to the will of God. So they had a unity of vision of what to accomplish, and they had a unity of vision of motive. This is why we want to accomplish it. But it was a wrong motive. Now, again, if you want success as a family, if you want success as a department in a company, if you want success as a team, if we want success as a local church, if you want success as a go group, you have a common vision, a unity of vision, and you have a unity of motive. Now, when you have that unity of vision and unity of motive, and it's the right motive, my goodness, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. The third ingredient to success was technology. Genesis 13, verse 3. They began saying to each other, let's make bricks and harden them with fire. Now, to this point, nobody hardened brick with fire. In this region, bricks were used instead of stone, and tar was used for mortar. So they wanted to use new technology. They want to harden bricks with fire. Now, that made things very strong and very stable, and you could build very high because the lower bricks wouldn't be crushed because they were strengthened by fire. So again, same language with the same words. unity of vision, both of what to accomplish and why to accomplish it, and new technology. Those are three key ingredients to success.